Loud enough?
Pre-trip inspection outline. Pre-trip inspection of the tractor. Wiper blades. Checking for worn rubber on blades, no dry rot and must be pliable. Wiper arms and blades are secure.
Can everybody see?
Checking for pliability, secure fittings,
Is
cracks,
that better?
worn, or any leakage. Alternator. Belt is not frayed, no cracks or signs of wear, deflects no more than 3/4 of an inch. Water pump. Checking for any water leakage. If water pump is belt driven, check the belt. Exhaust system. Checking for system for damage and signs of leaking, no carbon soot or rust. Exhaust system should have no cracks, holes, or severe dents. Checks if the system is connected tightly and mounted securely. No excessive noise when engine is running. Oil level. Checking for the oil to be above the refill mark. If oil is needed, add 1 gallon. Coolant level. Check sight glass for green eye or reservoir for adequate coolant level. Air compressor. Identify whether the air compressor is belt or gear driven. If belt, check belt for signs of wear. Deflects no more than 3/4 of an inch. No frays or cracks. Power steering fluid. Checking the fluid level for the power steering. Power steering hoses. Check hoses for any fluid leaks, damaged hoses, cuts, frays, and secure fittings. Steering box. Checking for any missing nuts, bolts, leaks, or damage to the box. Steerage linkage. Pitman arm, drag link, steering knuckle, and tie rod ends.
No.
Checking that these connecting links from the steering box to the wheel are not worn or cracked. Joints or sockets not worn or loose. No missing nuts or bolts. Checking castle nuts for cotter pins. Spring mounts. Check for cracked or broken spring hangers, front and back. Missing or loose bolts, including the 4 U-bolts. Springs. Check for any missing, broken, or shifted springs. Shock absorbers. Check the shock is securely mounted and that there are no fluid leaks on the lower part of the tube. Brake hoses. Check for cracked, worn, or frayed hoses and for secure couplings. Brake chamber. Not cracked or dented and securely mounted. Slack adjuster. No broken, loose, or missing parts. The angle between the push rod and adjuster arm should be up to a 90-degree angle. If pulled, should move no more than 1 inch. Brake drum linings. Check for cracks or holes on drum. No missing or loose bolts from inner wheel assembly. Checking brake shoes for adequate thickness. Checking the drum and linings for contaminants such as oil. Tires. Checking for tread condition and pressure. Tread depth on steer tires should be no less than 4/32 of tread. Condition. Checking the tread is evenly worn, no cuts or damage to tread or sidewalls. Stem and valve caps are not missing, broken, or damaged. Pressure. Check for proper inflation, 95 to 105 psi, or the tire manufacturer's guide. Rims. Check for damaged, bent, or cracked rims, should not have any repair welding. Lug nuts. Check for missing or loose nuts, no rust trails, cracks, spidering, wallowing, or distortion of the bolt holes. Hub oil seal. See that the hub seals are not leaking. If equipped with a hub oiler and sight glass, check that the oil level is of adequate level. Driver's door and mirrors. Check that the doors are not damaged and that they open and shut properly. Hinges should be secure with weather seals intact. Check door or window for damage, operation, and clarity. Check for any broken mirrors. Check for secure mirror brackets. Fuel tank. Check that the tank straps are secure to frame, all mounting bolts are present. Check that fuel cap is secure, and that there are no fuel leaks present. Safety equipment. Fire extinguisher. Check for properly charged and rated fire extinguisher. Checking for 3 reflective triangles. Checking for spare electrical fuses if equipped so. Batteries and box. Check that the batteries are secure, cables are tight, batteries should not show signs of excessive corrosion. The battery box and cover are in place and secure. Air electrical connectors. Air hoses are not cut, cracked, worn, crimped, or pinched with no audible leaks. Air and electric lines are not dragging against the tractor frame. Glad hands are not damaged, and they are locked flush in place with the trailer glad hands. Rubber grommets or seals are not cracked, pinched, or leaking air. Catwalk. Checking the catwalk is solid, securely bolted to the frame, and clear of loose objects.